Okay, so now that we've got the basics of our website down, we're going to make it look nicer. And this is one of the elements that I really enjoy about website building is just the customization aspect of it. So just beginning with these top parts, I am expecting you to personalize this and to make it your own, because the more effort that you put into those kinds of elements, the more impressive your site is going to be. So a website that I rely on quite a lot for this kind of customization is called Canva. If you've never used it before, it's really easy to make things that are digital, and they have a lot of templates that are free. So what I would do here is go to Create a Design, and right here, Google Classroom Header is what I'm going to use. And here there are tons of templates that you can borrow. There are things that are all kinds of different themes that you can choose from. Or if you want to, you could go to Photos and maybe, like if you typed in tie-dye, that is an element that you like. You can click on that and then, oops, I think I clicked on it twice. And then you can stretch it so that it meets the desired width and length and make it match up. You can do it that way. Or in this case today, I'm just going to choose a template that already exists. I like this one right here. But I don't want the words, so I'm going to delete those. And I'm going to use it as is. So what I do is I click on Download, and it appears up here. Over here, I open it, and then I come up here and I tell it to save as. And I saved it already actually to my computer. So I'm going to go back to the website, and I'm going to tell it that I want to change the image. I'm going to upload. I called it Trees Header, and I put it in my desktop. So let me find that quickly. Trees Header. You can also upload things from your Google Drive. You might have noticed those little sparklies down here. You can change the way that the header appears. You can make it darker or lighter. And maybe this is a time when you want to start thinking about how you want the font of your page to look. We've got lots of choices and colors. What I definitely recommend is that whatever you pick for the title of a page, that you keep the font the same from page to page. All right, so now that we've done that, let's also talk about adding pictures to your pages, because on this first page, I want you to put a picture of yourself. So for that, let's say that we're going to get an image from Google Classroom, or not Google Classroom, Google Drive. And I'm not going to find a picture of myself, but I'm just going to upload something that's in there. This is one of my daughter's art pieces. And so it's really that simple. You saw me click on the insert, and there it is. So sometimes it gets a little finicky, and once you publish it, someone else may tell you that they don't see an image. It's a good idea to double check all that stuff. Have somebody go to your website and just look to make sure that all the links are working properly, all of that. Let's say I'm ready to add text. I'm going to double click on that T, and I can start typing. I can make a title first with my name, and then I can continue on underneath that with a different text. That's all good. let's say that I don't really want my background to be white. I want it to go more closely with my top color here. I can change that by going to style number 3, and then over here where it says themes, I can change the colors. I can customize that. I can make that blue closer to the blue above. The only thing about doing this, and I wish this weren't the way that Google Sites worked, unfortunately it is. Once you make that color down here at the bottom, when you go to your other pages, let's go to Work and School, it'll default to white. And I think you need to have some kind of text down here to start seeing that element. Okay, I'm just gonna my name. Okay, so over here to the left is that palette. That's where once you pick a color, it will only apply that color to every page. Let me show you what I mean. Let's say I wanted instead to make this. Okay. Now, did you see how it influenced the color up here? When I go back to this page, it applied that same color to here, which I really don't like. So one of the limitations of Google Sites is just that you probably want to stick with a white background, or you can go to style number 2 and make it gray. But if you apply that one color to a page, it'll apply it to them all if you choose style 3. So just a couple things to know to get used to the way that this all works. I talked a minute ago about checking things. What you can do before you publish actually is a preview. That's what this icon right here means. So when you click that, what's nice is that you can see how things are looking when they are out on the internet eventually, without actually putting it out there yet. Okay, so at this point you know how to put a header on there, you know how to put in a picture, you know how to start some text. There are other things that you can insert in here as well. Let's talk about putting in something else.